gosh, that was so cool. I hope that worked and everybody could see that. Hello, everybody. Good evening. This is Tiffany Roman coming to you live with another episode of Small Biz Highlight. I am so excited. If you did not catch that, I know it was a super short intro, but I debuted our intro. And you know what? I love it so much. I'm going to do it one more time because it's so short. Look at how cool. Okay. So I'm feeling more official as the days go on, and I'm adding all this extra stuff to the show to make it look more professional and whatnot. So I'm really excited. A very good friend that I met through a networking event was nice enough to make that for me, and he's actually going to be on the show in a couple weeks, so I'll be able to introduce you all to him for anybody who may be interested. But tonight I am so excited to host a old friend of mine. You want to know something that's dangerous, bringing somebody on the show that knows me from high school. I don't know how this might work. But before we get started, I do want to remind everybody this is 2021. This is your year. I always put out into the universe for all of you out there that may be watching that this is your year, no matter what your dreams are, your aspirations, your goals, what have you. This is the year it's going to happen for you. And I put it out into the universe, positive vibes all over the place for everyone. With the new intro, I have the new layout. You see my little screen thing here. Just wait, there's more, don't worry. But trying to up my game every week possible to try and get this show out into the world a lot more, and that includes text alerts, guys. You can sign up for text alerts for every time I go live, and you'll never have to miss another episode. How cool is that? I mean, come on. So I will copy and paste that information into the comments in case you wanted to copy and paste for yourself and whatnot. Make it a little easier for you to sign up. So without further ado, tonight I am hosting an old friend of mine. Like I said, we went to high school together. It's been a really long time since I've seen her. This is probably the first time since high school that I've seen her. So virtual meet and greet kind of thing. But I'm so excited. She's doing great things, and living the good life down there in Florida. So I'm going to add her on here. Let's see if this can work for me. Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Yay. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show. I'm so excited to have you here.
Ask me. And how long have we had this planned? For like months.
I know. Yeah. When I reached out to you about being on the show, I think it was December-ish or something around there. And you were like, yeah, no problem. When do you have next available? And it wasn't until now. So it's been a whirlwind, this experience with the web show. I think I was booked through March back in October. So continuing to book through the year to bring businesses on here has been really fun, a really great experience. Oh my goodness. So, all right, I always start the show with a very simple question, and sometimes people get tripped up by it, but I'm still going to ask it every time. Who are you, Alexandra? Tell us who you are. Let us get to know you a little bit.
Of course. My name is Alexandra Ashe. I am the CEO and founder of Kinkatopia, which is a Kinkajou specific sanctuary located in Boca Raton, and we're actually the only Kinkajou specific sanctuary in the whole entire world. And a Kinkajou, for many of you who don't know, probably most of you say, what? A kinky what? A Kinkajou, also known as a honey bear, is a nocturnal rainforest mammal that's found in South and Central America. They're related to the raccoon, but they kind of look like a little monkey bear. And they get to the US and other parts of the world because of the pet trade. That's become a big issue because people get them and think, oh my gosh, they're so cute. And they're adorable, but they are by no means pets. So that's where we come into play to help the issue.
Wow, that's so cool. I honestly have never heard of Kinkajou before. And I know I went on your site to do research, of course, before having you on here. But they're so cute. It baffles me how people can gain access to certain animals and make them pets Like, it just seems like that would definitely be one that would not be something you'd go for. How does that even get started? I guess they're really cute as babies or something.
Oh, of course, they're cute as babies, but you would be surprised. So I know you're up in Pennsylvania, and they're actually
Yeah.
illegal in Pennsylvania. However, down here in Florida and in other parts of the world, Texas, they're readily, they're readily available. So there's a lot of people
Hmm.
actually breed them and sell them. They are caught in the wild and they're exported into the pet trade. And then, of course, unfortunately, the people that get them as pets and realize that they're not pets, since they're a costly animal, people want to, instead of, find a good home to settle them into with someone who has experience or, find a sanctuary for them, what they do is they want to sell them. So they go into these cycles of being relinquished, being miskept for too long because maybe they just want to, keep it and keep it in a smaller cage in a room where they don't have to see it or deal with it, but, just feed it. I mean, the stories can go on and on, but they are much more readily available than you'd think. Back in
Hmm.
early 2000s, Paris Hilton had one. And that's kind of like where they first came on the scene, right?
Oh, goodness.
I know. And it bit her and she got rid of it. And that's a very popular trend with these animals is they have a very gnarly bite. And once they bite, people want to get rid of them. So it's the
Oh,
cycle.
of course. I should have known that some celebrity is what started this whole madness somewhere out there.
And
Okay, so how did you get involved
sure,
specifically with Kinkajous?
sure. So I was running another organization years back. I launched, and excuse me, mosquitoes, guys. If you're up north, you're so lucky. You don't have this problem. It's humid. They're everywhere. Anyways, so I started another organization in 2015, and that organization was kind of rescue and rehome of anything. I was doing fur farm rescue. I was doing special needs conservation of captive wildlife animals. So I had like an opossum who had no eyes, and we had skunks and all sorts of these magical creatures. But I'd work with anything from once I took in 72 hamsters right after a hurricane, excuse me. And, up until the foxes, exotic mammals, I mean, you name it, we are working with it. So, but I am literally the person I advise against getting these animals. So I met one. So even though, I had this organization at the time, I met a Kinkajou, and within 48 hours, I took a loan out from my bank and I brought one home. He was 3 weeks old, and I had no idea what to do with him. But they were so overrepresented in the world that I was immersed in the animal world. But at this point, they're readily available. You see them all over social media. But
Yes.
not the information up until Kinkatopia. There wasn't this information that matched that popular drive to get them. Breeders want to sell them, and they're like, "Oh, great, they're great with kids, and they're just like a little monkey." And no, they're trying to make a penny. So so I brought home Arkham is his name. And I mean, to make a long story short, I didn't know what I was doing. The people that I could network with were giving me direction that I didn't want to hear because I knew better. And I ran into serious issues with him when he started biting. He wasn't neutered. And when they bite, they have full canines. They have a mouth like a cat. So when they bite,
Okay.
they are locking their jaw. It's very quick. It's very violent. It's not what you would expect from that cute little face, right?
Oh,
So he started doing that. And, my child, what do I do? So he so happened to start doing this right after. So I'm very open on all of my platforms with mental health awareness, as well as I am in recovery from heroin addiction. I just celebrated 4 years last March, but 4 years
oh,
that. Um,
congratulations.
Thank you. 4 years prior to that is where this timeline starts of him biting. So I got sober and I took a year off from the animal community. And at that point, for my old organization, I had my nonprofit license. I said to my fiance, I want to do it for Kinkajous. I need information. It's not there. These animals don't have a voice. So, he laughs because he was like, yeah, sure, do Kinkajous. So when I had a year sober, in March of 2018, we launched Kinkatopia. So Kinkatopia celebrated 3 years last month.
Wow.
We launched, and he jokes because he was like, I just didn't think that anyone would give you a Kinkajou for like a year or more. And within 48 hours of just creating an Instagram account, we got contacted about our first kink. Yeah.
What? That's crazy.
So crazy. She's still here. She lives right over there. Everyone's still here. I still have that first guy. Any Kinkajou that has come to me, I still have. You know, because we're working to create that stability, that permanency.
Yes.
Yeah, it just turned into a whirlwind. I took in 4 my first year, so we had 6 total because I had 2 that you know, my original boy, and I had his wife, I call her, Arkham and Gotham. And, you know, I quickly realized, my God, I can't do this alone. So I started networking with other zoos and sanctuaries, incredible owners. So I consult, like being a fancy matchmaker, for lack of a better term, you know,
Okay.
homes for Kinkajous that people reach out to me. So I help settle them permanently. So we've helped to date, aside from the Kinkajous that are here, over 50 Kinkajous since 2018 find permanent homes. Knock on wood, we have a very good track record. So Kinkatopia has all of these extensions because we can't do it alone. So that's very important to very important to us as well. Yeah, our street cred. I love it.
I wanted to show everybody pictures because, oh my goodness, look at that face.
So cute. Yeah, we had that 60-second documentary done on us. Huge blessing. We've had a couple viral companies that have reached out to us and have put together compilations.
That's so great.
Yeah.
So you are providing like a sanctuary for them basically to, you know, be with other Kinkajous and whatnot when, you know, other people just can't seem to handle them anymore.
Correct. So you'll see behind me here as you're doing that, I'm in the outside part of the sanctuary, but we've basically remodeled our entire home into a private sanctuary for them. And we have a full indoor section as well. So we have indoor housing for them. We have 16 Kinkajous that live here permanently. Excuse me, 14 permanent, 16 live here most of the year. So we have 16 here all the time, really.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, we board them. But the ones that come here are here for life. So we are, I say we, because I'm in such a habit of speaking for like me and the Kinkajous. I am in the process on working to get funded myself to be an employee of my organization. I work 2 jobs in addition to this. I have a full-time job. I do
Oh,
free,
wow.
yeah, and I do a lot of freelance working on the side that isn't paid for to get our name out. So I'm looking to create a salary for myself so I can do this full time and then open a public sanctuary down here, hopefully sooner than later.
Wow. I mean, it just seems like so much has happened so quickly for you. But it's all good things. Like the response, how amazing has this response been for you? It must have been overwhelming when everybody was just like, yes. Not only do I have Kinkajous, and then now other people are just dishing out like support and everything for you. That has to feel so amazing.
It's surreal. It really is. It's like I had damaged, and rightfully so, my reputation so deeply during that relapse, you know? So
Yes.
like, and what contributed was I wasn't taking care of myself, you know? So coming back and taking what I learned and revamping my self-care, putting my recovery first and building this, you know, we go through growing pains. Of course we always do, but like shockingly so, COVID hit. And I mean, we've done most of this during COVID, completely adding more caging. We completely remodeled the inside. You know, we've launched more merchandise now. We went viral on TikTok, which has just been, and it was just last September. So last September, we have almost 500,000 followers. And it's just like, how? We talk to people
Wow.
nationally every day. We're helping more Kinkajous through that. Like, we had this was like this huge milestone that I never ever thought was possible. And you know, I make it very clear that we specialize in captive Kinkajous, and we're telling people they're not pets. However, those that have pets, we want to help the animal. Our primary purpose is to help
Yes.
the animals. So we put out all sorts of information for the animals, which in return, sanctuaries in like South and Central America that are doing wild Kinkajou work, the rehab and release, you know, we don't really, I tried to get involved with them, but you know, I understand like we're 2 different ends of the spectrum and it can be really misconstrued, you know, where our heart is with this mission,
Oh,
especially
absolutely.
the social media and the entertaining value of it. And but we were contacted by a sanctuary in Peru, and they've been using our literature to rehab and release Kinkajous. So I'm just like, is this real? Like, this is really real. Like, this is like, it, it just, and then our one girl, I mean, TikTok, like I said, we're open with the mental health stuff. My God, these mosquitoes, the mental health stuff, but like, it's literally turned into like this self-love, all love, inclusive community of just like, our one girl does like mental health awareness. She's like everybody's cheerleader, even though she's really like ornery when she's woken up, and she spreads the good Kinkajou word. But it's so beautiful. It's so true that like in putting, you get back what you put out. I mean,
Yes.
it's astounding, it's,
oh, absolutely.
So it is. It's literally beyond my wildest dreams.
I mean, so much amazing information. I mean, your journey has just been crazy and so, just uplifting. You have such a great story. You're recovering from your addiction and whatnot, which congratulations again. 4 years is a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. And you should be so proud of yourself. And I know you are. I know the hubby's proud of you too and whatnot. But I'm proud of you, buddy. I mean, I haven't seen you in forever, so I apologize for that.
Oh, cool.
I left right after high school for the Army and just lost touch with everybody. But I mean, I love whatever you're doing, everything you're doing. You're making life better for yourself, for these animals that obviously had nowhere to go, obviously had no like friends in a nearby situation that could save them from, the housing environments that they found themselves in, which was not their, fault in any kind of way. Just it's crazy how people will get something as a pet just because they think it looks cool and not really do the research as far as what kind of pet it actually could be. And
right.
I love that the part of your mission from your website is actually educating people as to why these are not pets. Because I think people just really take for granted that, humans for the most part kind of think they can just do whatever the heck they want with the world, and animals just have their own lives to live, their own way that they do things, and
Sure.
it just doesn't always mesh well with us. And Kinkajous are definitely that example, but they are freaking cute. I will give you that.
Well, I'm going to show you guys one. And
yes, go get one. I want to see.
But speaking to what you said, though, too, what's really incredible, and we're very lucky that like the Kinkajous that have come here, I still stay in contact with almost everyone's families. Our girl Trash Can was found in a dumpster where she gets her name. She's the only one that we have no pre-existing history for. So but she's our number one ambassador. She is, I mean, on TikTok, she's become the face of Kinkatopia, which is beautiful. But the people that have surrendered these animals to me believe so deeply in the message we're putting out that they're on board, and they're 100% in me being open about, where the animals came from. I try to run a lot by them out of respect.
Yes.
And they're always on board, which is so cool, because that too speaks to, here are the people that actually got them, and they want them to have a better life. I mean, some came from better situations, some came from worse, it is what it is. But, here we've really got an opportunity for them to speak for the species. But I mean, they're truly living their best life here. I have to show you. Am I going to be able to?
You should be able to.
No, but I don't think I can turn the camera around, which is...
Oh, you can actually. If you go into your camera mic settings, there should be a button for you to switch the camera around.
Oh no, that turned it off. That's okay. We can do forward facing. They'll come out. This is Winnie and Tommy. Hello, Winnie. Winnie is... You say hi? Winnie, if you guys can see here, she's actually here. Oh, I'm dropping gummies. Here, you can... Oh, she's going to disappear. She'll be right back. Trust me. She's a total foodie. She has an amputation. So she was born with a deformity. So her hand is actually completely amputated. But she's fantastic. I can hear her munching. She'll be back. And then Tommy in here, if Tommy wants to come out. Do you want to come out for a treat? Where are you? No. He was watching me in the beginning of all of this, but Winnie will definitely come back because she's the ultimate foodie. Say hi. Do some
Hi.
camera stuff.
Oh, I see
Huh?
the amputation.
My
Hi,
little
honey.
knob. Oh God. Yes. Her human dad actually runs a clothing company down here called Local Brand. Huge.
Okay.
It's like, the apparel site for Florida. So he's been partnering up with us. We're actually going to do a Winnie hybrid label for their clothing company. So it's just,
Oh, that's so cool.
and yeah, so excited. But it's such a great example of like the way that people want to, people want to get involved. Like, it shocks me, but the people that have come forth, the blessings, the
Yes.
networking, the other businesses that we can link together to. There she goes. She's gone. Oh yeah. You can see actually up on there. Da, 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 it says, oh God, I'm sorry guys, local. So
Yes.
that's the graphic for her dad's company. But yeah, it's incredible. The unity and just the love it draws in. So, it's truly, a we organization. I'm not doing it
Wow.
alone, and the animals couldn't do it alone. Here we are. So yeah,
That is so cool.
yeah, no,
It's so great to hear that, you opened up this site for a specific type of animal that,
yeah,
I know I've never heard of before, but I can see that there might be so many other people who haven't, but despite all of that, there's so many people who are still willing to help you. So many people willing to, you know, help out any way they can to help these animals.
yeah.
And I love your mission.
And
I'm so excited for you.
this is a perfect example of right here. You and I coming back together. So it putting kindness out there. It's so. The animals are a mission, but beyond that, because that's what the animals need. They need forgiveness.
Yes.
They need grace, and they need just to be kind to them. So, and here we are.
Well, if you are watching and you missed this whole episode, you need to rewatch the replay. I'm just saying. But we got educated on what the heck a Kinkajou is. It was the cutest thing ever. We got to see one at least running around eating little gummies, it looked like. But I put Kinkatopia's website and other social media sites into the comments so they're easily clickable for you all to find them and support them, follow, share, like. I also did put in the link for their shop, which they sell a bunch of apparel to help raise money for their stuff, and the links to how you can donate directly to their cause. Just thought it was important information to put out there in case anybody felt compelled to try and, help out, give a little bit. Every little bit I'm sure helps, no matter how small your donation may be. But she's helping these beautiful animals with having a home, and I'm sure the upkeep, the food, and all of that is something to
It's about $30,000 a year just for the animals. So, like I said,
wow.
salary, so I can really make this what it wants to be. I feel it. It's here. But we also, everything's tax deductible. We're 501c3, and we send thank you gifts for all.
Cool.
We have a Kinkajou who paints. We can do personalized. We have them paint with their tongue too on a plastic bag. We can do tongue paintings, and our merchandise is beyond like the logo and stuff. We've got individual Kinkajou. All sorts of fun graphics for kids. You name it. Hats, face masks. We're totally into it. We love it. So any totally helps.
That is so cool. Oh my goodness. So if you are in Boca Raton area in Florida, she doesn't have it open where you could like walk in and check out the Kinkajous, but at least if you're in the area, I know one time she was asking for newspapers for the bottom of the cages, or anything that you may have that maybe scraps to you, maybe something that she could use for the houses and the upkeep of the animals. So definitely feel free to reach out and ask her. You never know.
Yeah, we have a monthly volunteer event as well. So we might not
Oh,
be.
that's cool.
Yes, but we allow a select number of people to come in and live the life of a Kinkatopia zookeeper for a day. So that gives you the opportunity. And it's all for the bigger mission. We want this public nocturnal sanctuary, and I'm pretty sure it'll be the first. That will be the first of its kind too. I mean, especially for Kinkajous, but purely.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So cross your fingers and tails, guys. This is what we're going for.
And they can't do it without your help. So please, if you are just catching us, thank you for, first of all, for stopping by. Much appreciated. But definitely catch the replay as soon as I hit end broadcast. It should pop up not too long after that on Facebook and YouTube for you to view it. But, you know, check out what she's doing, listen to her story, see if you're touched to try and help out in any way you can. I'm sure she would appreciate any and all help you have to offer. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here with me today. It was so exciting to get to know your business, what you've got going on, and just, you know, reconnecting after all these years. It's been a while, my friend.
Everything you're doing, I love this. Love it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. This all kind of happened by accident, but I'm loving it. And I don't see me stopping it. So, you know, I'm kind of blown away by the response that I've gotten with it for the show, just kind of like you are with your response with the everybody willing to help you and whatnot. So, you know, I'm really excited to see what happens in the future with this and where we go from here and what it all means. So, but with that, I will end this part of the show. I will be back in about 5 minutes or so with my next guest. And just as always, I always give you guys the reminder at the end of every episode to put your community first. You do that by shopping small and supporting local businesses, which includes nonprofits, people. They need just as much help too. So don't forget the nonprofits. Thank you again. Have a great night.
Thank you so much.